So the lieutenant sits down and he takes a small sip from his mug, and then he puts a stack of papers on the table. All right. Why don't we start from the top? You're a Directian police officer, so why are you here in Cord?
She just looks at him.
All right.
It's weird. I don't have insight.
That's perception.
Oh, okay, cool.
He notices that you're staying silent. All right then. Can you tell us everything about what happened half a year ago on the 1st of Avadant?
I want to see if I can figure out what he's looking for.
You're looking at him, and he doesn't seem to have any really sneaky body language or word choice. It seems like he seems like he's being fairly straightforward.
You took my book.
Yeah.
It has case notes in it for this particular thing. Why are you asking me this when you have access to unfiltered notes?
I was not aware of that. We have a guard who's currently poring over the contraband and making notes of it. Things happen as fast as they can, but apparently not fast enough.
She mutters under her breath in Infernal, and I'm going to type it.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Okay.
Did somebody do a venomous words?
No.
Oh.
Oh, I like that font.
Yeah, he blinks twice. I'm sorry, I don't understand that language, but he begins writing something down. All right. But again, back to my question. Can you tell me anything that happened on the 1st of Avadant?
Just look in the case notes.
All right.
Should be. I think I put it between. I don't remember exactly, but pages 225 or 235 in my book.
All right. Okay then.
Why do you suddenly care about us?
He shrugs. I don't know.
You're direct? I at least am Directian. What business is it of yours?
Well, if you're in Directian... But sorry, if you're here in Cord, then that's something that we do need to know. It's like, as far as we can tell, we don't know if you actually stole that badge. And that's what these questions are for. So, why are you here in Cord?
Have you ever... How long have you been on the force?
2, 3 years, I suppose.
And your primary MOS? Profiler, interrogator.
Yes.
Well, I'm a detective. I usually go out and do the footwork. While folks like you, who are sitting behind a desk, profile people that I'm tracking.
Yes. So you were tracking someone here. Interesting. Who?
Organized crime leader. May not know him. He's far more prolific than the AAU. The UAA, my bad. Apologize. And she said it right.
All right. Did you find him?
No, otherwise I'd be back in Directian.
If I were to hazard a guess, you were in the middle of trying to find him when the incident happened?
Yes.
I see. All right. Well, he steps up for a little bit, and then he whispers something to someone on the stairs.
Remember, pages 225 or 235. Can't remember which off the top of my head.
He moves back to the chair and says, I just asked one of my colleagues to go fetch it for me. So now we wait. And about 5 minutes later, you hear a knock. He walks back to it and returns. All right. He begins to pour it over. Interesting. Oh. All right then. Yeah, and he looks up at you, and he's kind of studying your face.
I'm trying to make it as impassive as possible. Do I have to roll something to that?
That would actually be a deception.
Okay, cool. I'm good at that. Yeah, I'm okay at that.
So, he's looking at you up and down, and then he's looking at the page. Well, we'll see if everyone corroborates your story. All right, I'm done questioning. Me leading you back to the cell.
I have a question for you.
All right, you can ask.
Who did you contact about me?
Oh. Well, I've contacted the person who has been very insistent about asking about your whereabouts. A certain Bluebeard.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Oh. Seems you're on good terms.
How would you say that your relationship is with the captain?
Cold.
Opposite of that, dear. It is possible to get along with people from work.
I do get along with people here, just not all of them.
It's not the boss, the one that matters.
I'm not a butt kisser.
I really want to say something pithy, but I'm not going to because that'll get her in trouble.
Yeah, you're gonna have to turn off the Hana.
It's hard to. You let me back in, please.
All right. Right. All right. Next. All right. Who's next on the list? That would be. He goes back to the door. I can't believe I closed this. Hoshimi,
Me?
you are next.
All right.
Follow me. Watch your step on the stairs.
One moment, please.
What?
I just want to see if 7 is all right.
10 seconds.
7? 7. Hoshimi kneels down by the bars and puts her hand out towards 7. 7, come here. It's all right.
She cautiously sticks her head out and stretches her neck out just far enough.
It's all right. Okay, she reaches over to, like, try to, touch 7's beak.
They're sending people to find us.
Try not to be too frightened. I'll be here whenever who's looking for you comes. Remember what I told
you. 7 just goes back onto the bed, like, just, nope.
Okay, and Hoshimi comes back over to Rames. Alright, my apologies.
Alright. Watch your step on the stairs, they're slippery.
Psst. Hey, guard.
Yeah?
Would you mind doing a little note pass for me?
Depends.
One's for you.
I swear if...
Crumple it up and throw it through the bars.
Okay. So he actually has two. He has 2 notes, one for Olwen and one for the guard. So he actually crumples them both up and double hands them, tosses them out. Actually, left one's for you.
Oh wait, hang on. It's like you put everything in the bucket, didn't you?
He kept
No,
his
I remember. I
notebook.
kept my book and my pen.
Oh.
It's very, very, very determined to keep that part.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was very sneaky.
All right. He pulls over and he looks at the notes. What does he see on it?
I'll send it to you right now.
All right. So. Hoshimi. Interesting. It's not a... Do you have a surname?
Hoshimi looks away and she has like an uneasy look on her face.
Your name sounds foreign. Are you from across the ocean?
Yes.
Oh wait, I gotta put that in comment. Hang on.
Interesting. All right. Well, do you think you could explain the sequence of events?
From what I remember, there was a bright flash of light. I found myself in some strange, dark city. And, well, the next thing I know, I'm being saved from some strange fellow in a mask, or something along those lines. He looked like a humanoid, by Adrian and Shylin.
Sorry, I need to mute.
Just looking out for you.
The guard looks at it, and he has this deadpan expression that he's giving Flint. Then he moves over to the chair and just very sheepishly shuffles the cards.
And then he, what do you call it? Flint folds the second note he was going to give Olwen into a paper airplane and throws it to herself. And it actually makes it to her.
Okay.
It's like, he's a little busy right now. I'm not going to bother him again.
All right. So
I'm just going to
continuing on,
whisper
continuing on with the explanation.
Interrogation.
All right. Yes. Continue.
Well, it was after we came across the detective, then the gnome, then the strange one with the doll. When we found the girl, she had hidden in a barrel, and she seemed quite frightened.
I see. When you saw her, was there anything out of the ordinary you noticed? How did she look?
Frightened. I really don't know how else to describe it.
Was there anything unusual, like coloring? Like, you didn't see any blood?
She was just pale. That was all that I noticed. But I suppose anyone would be pale under those circumstances.
All right. So what happened after that?
Well, after that, we found a bunch more of those masked figures. They were basically converging on Seven. She was trapped in a cage. They fought them off. I kind of just did some support things.
Excuse me, Seven?
The Griffin, I apologize. That's what she gave as her name.
Yes. Could you tell me more about the Griffin? Why can she speak?
I truly do not know.
In your opinion, do you think it would be fruitful to interrogate her as well?
Honestly, no. She may speak, but she has the mind of an animal.
If you say so. Alright, so what happened after that whole big skirmish?
We entered a building, and then there was another flash of light, and the next thing we know, we were in court. And you know what happened after that.
Did you see what caused the flash of light?
Hoshimi, puts her hands against her temples like she's thinking really hard. I'm not certain what caused it.
Well, if you want to help this investigation out a little bit more, I mean, after all, this is done, and assuming that you're not still in prison, there's this fantastic alchemist over in Urzaban. They can brew potions that help with memory issues.
I'll keep that in mind. Might I ask you a question now?
Sure.
That explosion we emerged from, do you know how it started, or how long was it there?
Eyewitness accounts from that incident state that the explosion was random. We don't know what caused it. And it was an explosion that lasted for about 2 minutes before utterly vanishing.
Which
A
is
house
when we
was complete.
appeared.
One house was wiped off. One house was just wiped away, and also half the tavern.
Half the time. Oh. Well, that's going to make. Was anyone harmed? Was there any loss of life?
That we don't know. Because something you all should know, there were more than just you that went missing.
Am I permitted to ask who else?
No. There were more than just you that went missing, and I'm assuming that I'm guessing that's likely that they did not make it.
That's unfortunate.
Hmm.
I have just one last question.
Yes.
There were mentions of charges. I'm curious to know what we are charged with.
Well, the more I talk to you guys, the more I think it's not going to happen, so I don't see any harm in saying it. The charges are aiding a criminal.
The girl.
Yes.
I recall seeing a headline about a child murderer, but I know next to nothing about it.
Yes. If I were you, I wouldn't talk too much about it, especially around the captain.
Is he directly linked to the incident?
You see him kind of slowly and kind of nervously look towards the stairway, just kind of checking. And let's not talk about that right now.
Then
All right,
later.
perhaps. But yes, if you're asking about that, yes, she is the subject of that incident. And let's change the subject.
All right.
All right. First, I wonder how long has it been since he's going to get it?
What?
Ah, there it is. Thank you.
Was that
Wish
in or
I had-
out of character?
That was in character.
Okay.
I wish I had this at the beginning of the interrogation, but things can only move fast and things aren't very organized. All right. This was found at the initial site, at the initial explosion.
Okay.
I was wondering if you could tell me anything about it. Does it seem...
Mm. I don't recognize this. May I take a closer look at it?
Go ahead. We couldn't make heads or tails of it either.
Okay, she gives it a good look over, and then she hands it back. I don't know what any of it is. Apologies, I just wanted to be thorough.
Very well. All right. All right. All right.
Bliss,
All right,
shut up.
Okay, so the lieutenant stands up. The lieutenant stands up. All right, I believe those are all the questions I have. Let's escort you back to your cell.
My thing. All right. Mouse, please. Please cooperate.
Percolate.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Why?
La, 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 la,
Okay, gonna write something to you right quick.
All right. I'll just move you into the cell if that's okay.
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 Oh, good. I'm glad you're back.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
All right. So, the lieutenant, he moves over. Professor, it's your turn.
Of course. As he moves out, okay, apologies beforehand. I just really need to take off my shirt. It's, sorry, something's been bothering me. What he does, he removes his shirt, not the robes portion of it, and here's what you see. He looks surprisingly fit for a wizard. Like his muscle tone, you can see he's visibly toned, muscly. You know, the biceps and triceps of his arms are you can see that he's he can actually lift something no problem. He's got a flat stomach. It looks weird. But
Down, ladies.
I was gonna say, Owen, no fainting.
Don't stop.
But as he moves farther in, everyone should probably be able to see this. Owen and Seven, you should be able to see that his back is scarred. There's lacerations up and down his back. There's a puncture wound on his left shoulder, and one of them looks really fresh, and it looks like there's a red ring around the small of his back. And yes, Owen, that's from the sniper rifle.
I believe your gun burned him.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought it cooled down enough.
It's all right. It's not the first time I've been hit from behind.
I'm sorry.
And at doing so, he walks over towards the stairs.
That certainly explains why he winced earlier.
Yeah. Bliss, what was your you have your hand raised?
Seven is poking her beak through the bars. They whip you too? They did that to you too? They did. Ooh. Must have not have listened to them.
It's
I listened to.
You see the lieutenant. hear that, and then he just very slowly moves towards his notes and writes something down.
All right, moving over. Allow me to.
All right.
All right.
I can no longer see inside the interrogation chamber.
All right, we'll switch over to me.
Finn had his hand raised.
Yeah, Finn.
Oh, I was just gonna say, did Owen get my note?
I did.
And
So-
I'm going to mute now.
All right. Off the record. It's good to see you again, Professor.
good to see you too again, Michael. He sits.
Could we not do the Michael thing? I changed my name.
Good to see you, Lieutenant.
Thank you.
To prevent the burn from sitting in the back, he actually moves the chair forward and he sits down, like the cool teacher.
All right. So, back to business. I got the gist of the story from everyone else, but I was hoping you could explain things in your own words.
You're asking a question that you pretty much already know the answer to. And that answer is going to be, I'm not exactly sure.
So, what happened to the sword?
Adrian raises an eyebrow. Oh, actually, DM question. Would Michael know about the whole sword thing?
No.
What sword?
I have it right here in my notes. There was a giant bit of energy that flowed toward it.
What?
And I'm not seeing a sword on your person, and one wasn't confiscated. Did you accidentally leave it?
Crap. I wish I had my pocket watch with me so I could actually do something. Actually, before I do, I should roll something.
If you want to sense motive, that's perception.
Yep. Regular perception roll. Here we go. Oh, that's 20. Ha!
Oh,
That's what.
Nice.
Oh, all right then. So, you're looking at him, and he doesn't seem to be trying to get. He doesn't seem like he's trying to get you. It really seems like he's just trying to get the entire picture, and you can detect a little bit of pride from him that he managed to deduce something from the information. You know, it's just like they said something's floated to the sword, not seeing sword's not back there. So so he's just like, where is it? And you can tell he's feeling a little proud of himself, but he doesn't seem like he has an end goal other than it doesn't seem like he's trying to find the sword. It's just more like he's just
Okay.
He's like, it's kind of like that adolescent gotcha.
All right. In doing so, he puts his hand on his puts his elbow on the table with the ring of discretion showing him it's been confiscated, and you can see him wiggling his ring finger.
He looks at that. So, you lost it. Interesting.
Technically, I'm telling the truth.
All right. So, anything unusual happen after that?
Last thing that happened that I remember was this cloaked figure. I couldn't discern what he was. And then, after that, I wake up in the middle of a crater.
I see. There was a bright flash of light again.
That'd be correct.
All right. So, I'm going to do the same thing that I showed the Hoshimi girl.
All right. I may have to put the dock up again. Thank you.
This was found at the first initial explosion site. Do you think does this mean anything to you?
Possibly. Give me a sec. Using an action. Would this be recall knowledge, occultism, or arcana?
Religion.
Religion. Ah, okay. Oh, right. Okay. Let's get that up. Eh. Oh, not bad. 19.
19.
Goodness, it wasn't 12 again!
You just jinxed it. I hope you realize that. Anyway.
Anyway, go ahead.
All right, so uno momento.
Pardon me. Okay. Oop. Okay. Huh. I recognize some of these symbols.
Not all of them.
No. From what I understand, they are symbols of deities, if I can understand. He points to what looks like the crescent moon. That's the symbol of Corellin. I'm surprised. Well, what looks like a dragon head. That's Bahamut. Question mark. That it's just a question mark. But the top star. Adrian thinks back to all the stories about what his dad went through. Lord of all devils.
Oh. Odd.
So the others, unsure about the dancing mad guy. Looks like a the triangle, don't know, and it looks
Dancing mad.
unsure about that bottom symbol, and yeah, no clue what the symbol on all the way on the right is.
Well then. Well, thank you. Well, thank you for trying. It's better than nothing.
Lieutenant, may I ask something?
Sure.
What exactly were we being charged with?
You're being charged with aiding a criminal.
That's what I was afraid of.
Yes. But given the testimonies of yourself, the Hoshimi girl, and especially that Officer Edgeworth, it doesn't seem. The more I talk to you all, it seems like that happening is less and less likely.
Lieutenant.
Yes.
How long ago was this murder? I thought I should have known about this.
It's. I don't know why you don't know about it. Perhaps you were too engrossed in your studies to notice. Perhaps you were off on one of your trips and it just took too long and you. I don't know, but it was almost a decade ago.
But she can be no older than 16.
I don't know all of the exact details, but it was that long ago. And yeah, she was a child when she murdered the other children.
So all 7 of us are... Wait. There was another. Lieutenant.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, voice.
Lieutenant, are you missing any one of your men?
I'm not missing any of my men, but there are 2 orderlies from the asylum who are missing.
Where was the other one? He whispers to himself. I think I gave you enough information. But, Lieutenant, that's...
Yes.
You do have the sword. It isn't... I'm not lying to you. It is in your custody.
Very well. All right. All right, so... He looks down at his notes again, and then he stands up. I think we have enough questions here. Shay, you had your hand raised?
Yes. Just to make sure out of character that I've got my information right, how old was Raquel when we saw her? Because I thought she was like 12 or something.
Oh no,
Wasn't she like 14?
Yeah, she was young. She was in her teens.
Okay.
Listen, Lieutenant Rames.
Yes.
You're one of my best students. And you know my philosophy about you joining this. I just, he approaches, hands up. I just don't want you going down a dark path with this.
I know. But unfortunately, you can't progress further up the ladder unless you have a higher education.
Of course. I taught you that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I took heart. All right. So.
All right. On the way back. Oop.
All right. So, you see that, so, yeah, so I'm gonna put you back into the cell.
Thanks.
All right. I'll be right back. And about 5 minutes later, Lieutenant Rames appears with a food bowl, and he's walking over to Seven's cell.
7 immediately backs away.
Can you understand me?
Yes?
I know that a griffin's favorite food is horse meat. He lifts up the bowl. You want?
She's crouching, but slowly moving forward.
Wait, is this going to be a Gorilla Grodd bananas moment?
Oh my
Wait.
gosh! Stop it.
Wait, Lieutenant,
Yes.
you swear to me that you've done nothing this food to drug her or anything like that.
There are no drugs, and I have not done anything other than add a little bit of seasoning.
He should taste it himself.
Fine. Go ahead, Seven.
You might want
Raise
to
up
put it down. I bite.
Fair enough. It's like he very quickly opens the door, kind of slides it over to you, and then relocks the door.
She just hulks it down real quick.
Yes, there was seasoning on it. You could taste that it was salted, and it's one of the best things you've ever tasted in your entire life.
Aww.
Yeah.
What did you do to this? It's not normal, but it makes a funny feeling on my tongue. I kind of like it.
It's salt.
Salt.
Didn't know what griffins were actually allergic to, so I figured I'd just play it safe with the seasonings.
Allergic?
Bro,
Want a
don't
field
worry,
guide to know
what-
for sure?
I'll speak to Lala.
Seva pokes her head out at him. Make sure the one with the scars on his back gets food too. He probably got those because he didn't listen.
Adrian speaks up. I did listen. Too well.
It'll be okay, Seven. Make sure.
You get hurt for listening too?
All right. It's like he moves over to the males. He moves over to the males. Mr. Valentine, it's your turn.
Styling gives a long sigh and just stands up. Out of character, would anyone from Direction recognize that name?
Olwyn, roll society.
Okay, hang on. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Probably.
Yep. Yes, you recognize that. That's the name of a noble house in Direction.
Okay, I actually have another thing that I want to kind of
Ooh, good one.
Okay, are they someone that I would know from work or just from per se?
They're not someone that you would know from work. It's like
Okay.
as far as you can tell, House Valentine hasn't gotten themselves in any public trouble.
Well, I'm a cop. I deal with unpublic trouble too.
Well, yeah, but
And also, like, my specialty, very unpublic crime.
yeah, it's just like none of them have gotten arrested or fined that you remember.
Okay, so I don't hate him.
Good now.
It was not said in character.
Oh man, this interrogation scene. Okay, pause for a second. I think it's probably a good time for us to take maybe like a 10-minute break.